Your hip board is at the top of your roll-up sides and is made from 12-foot-long pieces of double wire lock base. Stagger the pieces relative to the bows so butt joints don't fall on hoops. Place the hip board around where the bow begins to bend, 3 to 5 feet above the baseboard's top, depending on your kit, site, and preference. Start halfway between the second and third bows. The double wire lock base has a track on the back for 1/4 inch carriage bolt heads. Pre-assemble your pipe strap with the bolts through it. Have one person hold the band and bolts around the bow, and another slides the double wire lock into the bolts. Clamp the first double base piece in place, with one end floating midway between hoops 1 and 2. Use a level to ensure it's even, then clamp the other end to a hoop. You can also use a story stick off the baseboard for this.
Position the bolts so there's one on either side of each hoop. From inside the house, slip a pipe strap around the hoop and over each bolt. Secure with 1/4 inch nuts, being careful not to over-tighten. It's best to use a drill with low torque for this, rather than an impact driver.
Position the next piece as in steps 1 and 2. Use a clamp to join the butted ends with an aluminum splice plate spanning between them on the house's inside. Ensure they're as flush as possible before proceeding. Level and attach pipe straps as in step 3. Before releasing the butt joint clamp, use 4 Tex screws on each splice plate corner to secure the connection. Drive these screws from outside to inside. At the end bow, trim the excess length so the hip board just touches the last hoop's inside face, leaving room for end bow wire lock. Use the offcut to fill the gap between the first hoop and where you started. Trim this piece similarly. Attach a splice plate to the hip board's end, overlapping the end bow, but don't screw it into the bow yet. It will be sandwiched in place when you add end bow wire lock. Once the full run is secured with pipe straps, recheck that the hip board is level throughout. Check with both a level and by sighting down from one end. Adjust as needed. When satisfied, use Tex screws to secure the pipe straps through the third hole into the bow.